There is no right or wrong way to do food delivery, but there's always ways to make it easier. What's up, guys? I am Sarah Elizabeth, and if you're new to my channel, I have been doing these gig apps for the past 6 years, documenting my journey and talking about the updates that these apps have. Lately, I've been getting a lot of questions. Not really just lately. I feel like I'm always asked, what are some good tips that I would tell new drivers, because there's always going to be brand new drivers. I'm also going to be talking about some updates in the app and some basic things of the DoorDash app. And then after that, we're going to get into some tips that I have and tips that some of my followers have that want to share with the new drivers. So if you're excited about this, or if it helps you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and let's get into it. I have noticed about a week ago that the app has gotten a new visual update to the map screen and to some other features in the app. So this is what it looks like now, and it's just I don't really know what to say, what I think about it. It's just an update. So I guess it makes it easier on the eyes. And it has this week's earnings up at the top. It didn't have that before. So when you click on the top left of your screen on the 3 lines, you're going to see all of the other options to click on. Starting with the home screen, which is your map that you were just looking at. Then you're going to click on schedule. You could schedule up to 5 days out. So for example, today is Thursday. I could click up to next Tuesday and be able to schedule, but Wednesday it's not going to have anything available for me to click on. That's what it's going to look like until tomorrow. Then I could schedule for the following Wednesday. If you decide last minute that you want to do a dash and you haven't had one scheduled, but you do have to schedule one. So for example, if you see right here today, I can schedule from 10 to 10:30 or from 6 to 9 tonight. But when I toggle over, I see what I already scheduled, and that's from 11:30 to 1:30. That's just the lunch shift that I usually do, like every day, every other day. I like to schedule those a week out because most likely every day I'm going to be doing the lunch rush and then possibly the dinner rush, depending on my schedule. Under schedule is going to be your ratings. That's where you're going to see your acceptance rate, completion rate, on time rates, customer ratings, and how many deliveries you've done. You'll see your numbers on the side of the screenshot I took. I just cropped mine out because my numbers mean nothing to you guys, and we're not here to judge. So under ratings is your earnings, and this is where you'll find your payout details. You could also sign up for the Crimson card here. I don't personally have this Crimson card, but it is available and it is an option for you guys. Under earnings, you're going to have promos. If there's anything there in your area, you'll see it right there. I currently don't have anything for my promos in my area. And then under your promos is going to be your preferences. So this is where you can toggle on or toggle off these certain things. So shop and deliver, if you want to do shop and deliver, they'll send you a red card and you can just toggle that on. You'll get shopping orders. If you don't want to do shopping orders, you could just toggle that off and they will not send you any shopping orders. Under that is the alcohol deliveries. You do have to be certified to do that. I don't really remember the process of being certified, but I'm sure if you go there, it'll show you. But you could also toggle that on or off if you decide. Cash on delivery. Now this was an update a couple years ago. Everyone was flipping out because you're going to swipe your red card at the pickup, and then when you get to the customer, they're going to give you the full amount of the food. So let's say they got a pizza for $22. They're going to give you $22 and whatever tip they choose. But that $22 is coming out of your total pay. So basically you have to have $22 in your earnings that wasn't paid out yet, and that is basically DoorDash's way of paying you, because now you have it in cash instead of transferring it or having it directly deposited to your bank. You have it in cash now. And then if you have a problem with them giving you the cash and paying you when you arrive, you can't give them the food because the pay is actually your earnings. And then you have pizza delivery. So you have to have a pizza bag. If you don't have one, they will, I think you have to buy one actually, or you could go to your local Papa John's. There might be other pizza places that give you a bag, but all you gotta do is ask them for a pizza bag and they'll give you one of the nice DoorDash pizza bag. So under the pizza delivery is a military base delivery. If there's one near you and you want to deliver to it, you could toggle that on, and you add your military ID. Confirm that you have a military ID. I do not, so that is toggled off. Okay, I moved my car out of the direct sun and I cooled off a little bit. So now I'm going to give you some tips, but these tips are from other drivers. I was live the other day and somebody asked if we had any tips for new drivers, and y'all sounded off in the chat. So I'm gonna share some of those. If you like this video, maybe I could do a part 2. And if you have tips yourself, you've been doing this for a while, you have some good tips, let us know down below. We're all here to learn, go through this together, okay? So somebody was saying that they wish they started in 2020, back in the pandemic, because they hear stories about how dashers were working like crazy because of COVID and making bank. If you go back 5 years, yes, we were making bank. So here's my tip, going off of that one. If you are looking for videos to watch, just as if you scrolled upon my video and you come across a video and they're talking about how much they're making, make sure it is now, like 2025. Because back then, like 2019, 2020 during the pandemic, I could easily make almost $30 an hour. Like, it was absolutely crazy. We were essentials. People were tipping because they could not leave the house. Like, it was completely different back then compared to now. Now, I could probably make $15 an hour where I live. Also, be aware of people if they're in California, because they do have Prop 22, and that is where, after they get their DoorDash pay, they also get another chunk of money to make sure that they're making a certain amount of dollar per hour. Tamara said, don't sit in the same place for too long of a time. You may need to move around every 15 minutes or so to keep active with the apps. My longest time I let myself sit somewhere is 10 minutes and then I'm moving. Even if it's to the other side of the plaza, other side of the parking lot. Don't panic when Uber Eats blares off a lot of orders. Read the order slowly. Pay attention to the miles versus money. Don't feel guilty for not taking an order. So when it comes to your acceptance rate, you do whatever you want to do. Decline the orders you want to decline, accept the orders you want to accept, keep your acceptance rate whatever number you want, or don't care about your acceptance rate at all. I'm not here to tell you otherwise. But the mile per pay is what is important at the end of the day. The miles that you put on your car, the gas you use, comes out of the profits that you are making on these apps. Yes, the miles you're driving are a tax write-off and you do get that much like back off of your taxes, but that's tax time. I don't know about you, but I'm doing these apps so that I could put groceries on my table this week. I am not worried about tax time. That's gonna come when it comes. If I did a lot of miles, I claim a lot of miles. If I didn't, cool. I'm worried about right now, my earnings right now. So the money that I have to put back into my gas because I used it to make the money, like that's just coming out of my profits. But like I always say, you do you. Jordan Junkie said, read and follow customers' instructions. So once you pick up the order and you like clicked that you confirmed the order, that you got it, you're on the way to the customer. Now you see the customer's address. If you scroll down, you'll see the customer notes. Yeah, make sure you are reading their notes because that's gonna give you a lot of information on what to do when you get to their location. Delivering with a Unicorn +1. She also makes gig content and she is a new gig tube creator, so check her out. I might link her down below. She said, I'd make sure you know your worth. Everyone's journey is different. Everyone's needs are different. So if you need it, take it. If not, know what your time and effort is worth. $1 a mile at least. And then that's it for the tips that my viewers were leaving. I want to leave you off with this one. Make sure you're tracking your miles. I don't care if you're writing it down, pencil and paper, your starting miles, your ending miles, you're adding them all up with a calculator, or if you use an app. I don't care what app you use. Make sure you are tracking your miles, because come tax time, you're going to need that number, and that is going to be a write-off for you and this income. Yeah, so that's some tips that I got from my chats. If you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Maybe we could do a part 2. Let me know down below if you have better tips. Let me know if you are about to do your first dash. Good luck. You don't need to be a pro at this. You just need to get the food from point A to point B, basically. That's what we're here to do. I mean, to be honest, it's that simple. So yeah, thank you guys for clicking in, and I will see you in my next video.